Accio! Accio! A special wand for a special lady, a young special lady. I've been asked to do a wand for a very special lady as a present for Christmas. So I looked around and I saw that the one that Harry Potter is using is a simple one. So I decided to go simple. I'm using, for the handle, I'm using a wild olive branch. And for the wand himself, I'm using black African wood. I'm using, of course, the black line tools, carbide tools for the black African wood. For the whole project, sorry. Man, I want to tell you one thing. It's a nice wood to work with because it's easy wood to work with. It's a little bit hard, but it makes dust. So much dust and black dust, and you'll see all over the place black dust. Lucky enough, I'm using an aspirator shield, so even when I cut it down, I'm not getting black dust everywhere. Before I had this shield, and I used to work with African blackwood, I used to get powder everywhere. When I say everywhere, it's everywhere. First of all, what I'm doing is, you saw me before, I just cut a piece of wild olive branch and I spread it with clear lacquer so it will not, so the bark won't fall. And done it a few times so I know that the bark will stay on the wood because it gives it the feeling of simplicity. And I wanted to get the feeling of simplicity in the whole project. So the idea is that what I'm going to do is I'm going to with the black African wood, I'm going to do the front part of the wand and the back part of the wand. When I'm going to put like, it will look like it's one piece of black African wood and it's covered with a branch. So you will see in the next step what I'm going to do after I finish with the wand. You will see that I'm going to drill and do some tricks so it will look as one unit. It takes quite some time to remove wood from the black African wood, from this type of wood. It's hard, it's really hard. It's hard work, and I'm afraid if I put a little bit of pressure, it will break. So you need a lot of patience, and slowly I will get to the area where I want it. You will see here in the front of it, I made like a small collar, and then it's like it drops like another steps. So it's been done on purpose. And here I'm just increasing a little bit the speed, and I'm using the V-shape carbide tool to cut it down, so I don't have to use so much sandpapering. It's going to be like using a skew. I just measure the size with the handle to see if it's not, if it's symmetric, if it's going to look okay. In hindsight, you know, everything happens in hindsight. I think that I was supposed to make maybe the wand a little bit longer, but on measurement, I'm getting a 14.5 inch, almost 15 inch, and that's more or less the size that's supposed to be a one. I'm just cleaning it here with alcohol, so I take all the dust away, and then start slowly start using it sandpaper from 220 all the way to 600, and after that I'm going to use I'm using Yorkshire grid, and after the Yorkshire grid, for this project I'm using Hampshire Shin, the original Hampshire Shin, and I want to see how the Hampshire Shin reacts with the African black, with the black African wood, and hopefully it will work okay. And here it is. It was a little bit hard, but slow. What I do is I use it first on a very low speed, and after I've filled it up enough, and I cut it enough with the Hampshire Shin, I'm increasing slowly the speed till I'm burning it in, and I'm getting the shine that I want. It's easy to part it on this side with diamond shape carbide tool, because you do it from both sides, and then of course you need to sandpaper it, and now we'll have to hold it back again and try to part it on the other side. As you could see, I parted and I left a small step. The step is 25 millimeters, and now slowly I'm starting to create the back button, the back of the wand, and you'll see just now what I mean. With the parting tool, I'm creating two steps, quite wide, and I'll measure all the time that I'll have over there also 25 millimeters. And when I get to the 25 millimeters, I'll cut one, the inner step I'll cut off, and I'll be left with a butt, like a butt of a gun or a butt of a knife, one of those. Now I'm going to drill a 25 millimeter hole in both sides of the handle, and I will insert there the wand and the butt of the wand. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. I really do. That was a little bit of final polishes, and so it will sit much better. And here what I'm going to do, I'm going to make a small step. I think that the color that I made on the wand was a little bit too small, so I had to make a slight angle on the collar, so it will look as a part of it, and I will have to and then I'll have to give it a little bit of color, so it will look as a part of the wand. If I would measure better, probably I wouldn't have to do that. I could keep the color in the same size of the wood. Last minute change of the design, and I decided in the end of the butt to put like a jewel, so it will look like magic. So I found like a knob, and here it is, and that's how it looks, the back of the wand, like a jewel. Basically, it's a nice simple project. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy this one, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, give me my thumbs up, and I will see you in my next video. Cheers and thank you very much. Let's try again. Maybe this time works. Abracadabra!